me. So today I'm going to be making pineapple fritters, melt in the middle cheeseburgers with like mozzarella. I'm very excited. Homemade like burger sauce and chips. So I've got Mum's peeled the potato. Now she's going to continue peeling and chop them into chips and then let them soak in some water for a minute, and we're going to do the sauce together. Right, for my burger sauce, this is trial and error. I'm very excited. So I'm going to start off with some mayonnaise. And I was going to use that, but then I thought we're going to go precise for a change. So I've got my measurers out. Measurers. I don't know what this is going to be like. I'm just really intrigued. So I've got the spatula on the case because I was meaning business. Then I'm going to stick in 2 tablespoons or so of this. Now we're going to stick in half a teaspoon of, what's that one?
English mustard.
Oh dear, you're as bad as me. Then give it like a little
shimmy.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. Right, thank you. That's gone in. I'm going to scrape round because I don't want to leave any behind. If not, it will feel left out. Like, you know. I've washed this because I was absolutely caked in it. I'm going to stick in onion granules. If she can get into it, she says. Mum's chopping. If the light wax, don't panic, it's just Mum's elbow. Don't worry. Garlicky granules, which I'm running out of because I literally stick garlic and everything and get my mix on. I just really like this stuff. Look what I got. Ready?
Chop this knife in a minute. I washed this knife. Do you want it? Chop your gherkins.
I'm not putting gherkins in it.
Oh, I thought you were putting in it.
I'm going to put gherkin juice in it.
Oh.
So, preferably without the pips. So that's going to be a task, isn't it? I'm going to put the lid on that before that goes flying because we all know that will happen. I'm going to put that over here now. Imagine if I drop that. Won't put it past me. Then I'm literally just going to mix this so it combines as one. It might look a bit grim to begin with, but just keep mixing and hope for the best. It will be fine, maybe.
Oh no.
What's wrong? Ours are absolutely lovely knives fell apart.
Yeah, it's woggling, so you have to be careful.
Woggling?
Woggling them out, look. You have to be very careful with that.
I just won't touch it. If you see that knife in any other video and I'm using it, just know that was filmed before this one, because I'm not going to touch that again.
No. Well, you'll be alright, you just have to be careful.
This is me we're talking. Right, that is what it looks like. It actually looks like burger sauce. I'm shocked. Mum, do you want me to tester? Yeah, you can be my little guinea pig. Nice, no nice, it needs anything?
It's quite nice.
So that is going to go on my burgers and I'm very excited. And this sauce was very long-winded, wasn't it? It might have to have its own video on its own. Right, now I'm going to start making the burgers themselves. So I've got 1 onion, then I'm going to chop this rather small, she says, trying not to lob off her fingers. Then I'm going to chop it into like little bits, so can you see? Yeah. And then go like that. We've also chopped another onion to do some fried onions. So on these I'm going to put on some salt and pepper, a bit of oil and a sprinkling of sugar to help caramelise, and they are making me cry. To make them melt in the middle and like cheesy, I'm going to use mozzarella. So I've done these once before. If you've watched my videos for a little while, you might have seen me do them. But last time I used grated mozzarella and I thought that's not giving what I really wanted. So not 1 but 2 just in case I might run out. I'm only going to open 1 because I don't know how many it's actually going to take. This is when the liquid goes everywhere, isn't it?
Can I drain it in the sink a minute?
Oh yeah. Lovely. But I was imagining like
I think then I thought perhaps you might be able to get away with 1 then.
And can you see? Yeah, I'm going to slice it about there. I'm going to slice it up. Then I'm going to plonk it into that pot just so it's contained because I am a gnome. Bowl. I've got my saucepan. Got me cheese. So I'm going to stick this onion straight into my mixing bowl. Using beef mince. This is a big packet because I might run out. So lean beef steak mince. I've just jabbed it so I can get into there. I have a large egg which I'm going to crack in. I don't get on with eggs, honestly. I don't know what their problem is. Don't know if 1's going to do it. I might need 2, but I can always add. I'm going to be big and brave.
Do you want me to do it or are you alright?
I'm alright. It's not going to
go on then.
I don't like touching raw meat.
I know, but
right, I'm going to mash it all as one. That egg should help bind it all together. And this hand is clean. Whilst I'm binding, I'm going to add in some salt and some pepper. You might notice my main seasoning is salt and pepper because that's just my favourite. I like to do what I like, so then I'm literally just going to mash and hope for the best. That's like the important part, making it. So I've got my meat, which I've mixed my mozzarella. So I'm going to take a nice handful of meat, then I'm going to like flatten it between the hands. It hasn't got to be perfect. I'm going to roll it into a ball. Add a bit more because that's a bit tight. Flatten it a bit. You want it so the mozzarella won't leak out, but you don't want it too thick that it won't cook. Mozzarella, plonk that just there. Flatten it in the pan. Over the top, like that. And like mash it together so it's out.
Like cup it a bit, maybe. That might squat it a bit better. That better?
That's because
I don't know, I'm just thinking. Need to squeeze it.
Need to squeeze it. We've got our burger. Different angle. So I have my chips here, which I've patted dry, and my fryer has been heating up. So I can do a few at a time, so they can like. This is really close. I'm terribly sorry. I like doing small batches. I find that gives them like the nice crunchy outside, fluffy middle. So I've got a few. Are you ready? And then that is going to go in and start frying for a bit. So I've got my burgers. We've used all the meat up. We've made quite a few. Then I'm going to stick some oil in and slowly start frying them, just so they start to like melt. And then we're going to get onto the banana. No, not banana. Oh, no, it is banana. Pineapple fritters. To start off with, this is like quite early on. I've got my pineapple, so I'm going to do pineapple slices and pineapple chunks because I can't make my mind up, so I thought go for both. I'm going to quickly get into these and start draining them so I can get off as much fluid as physically possible. Got the slices, I'm going to stick them at the bottom if you can actually get into it. Drain it. I'm also going to do the chunks into ready for later. It's going well already. Now I'm on to my banana, no, why do I keep saying banana? Pineapple fritters. So I've got my sparkling water. In my jug, I'm going to measure out 200 millilitres of this in some corn flour, enough to coat each one. I'm not going to weigh this out because in my mind each one is going to take a little bit more or a little bit different. So if I just stick some in and then like good to go. I don't know how I make so much mess. As soon as I touch something, mess appears. Then I'm going to weigh out 175 grams of self-raising flour. Hang on. A bit of pepper into the batter, flour, and also a sprinkling of salt. The other day I started doing this with a fork in diet. I get the whisk on the case. So I'm going to add a bit of water at a time. You don't want to whisk it until it makes a batter. See, it's already started to batter. I needed assistance. Ready?
So, how much do you want it? Tiny bit or do you want all of it?
I've got to use my muscles that don't exist. This is like a little update on how they're cooking so far. I've flipped them once and then I've just stuck the onions on. I've whisked my batter. It's like really nice consistency. That's what I'm after. Start off with a little cube just to like get a bit of practice in. So I've got that into the corn flour. I'm going to use my fork to begin with. Completely coat it so it like dries out a bit. I'm going to plonk it straight in to the batter like that. And I'm going to coat it. And it's going to go into the fryer. Plonked it in, it's sunk, then it's risen like it did with the onion rings. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but that's what happens with the onion rings. That's frying. Now I'm going to go for a ring. So this is like important. Then that side, and just keep coating until it's like completely coated. So go into my batter. So I've got 2 rings out, 2 rings in, and now I've stuck a load of the chunks into the corn flour. I'm going to completely coat them and get them in there also. These are the pineapple fritters, bits, chunks, rings so far. I'm going to get them in the oven just to get a bit more colour on them, but they're looking really good. These are my pineapple fritters up close. Look, they're actually like a pineapple fritter. We could quickly try one together. Like the batter, like, oh, bless you, Ruth. The batter almost cuts through like the sweetness of the pineapple. They are brilliant in my opinion. I was on a roll today. So now I'm going to pull these apart. Do you want burger sauce on the bottom there? Yes, please. Wonderful. Right, I've got homemade burger sauce. Now I'm just going to spread that about a bit. You want to get it to the edges because you don't want like a dry bit of bread, do you, in my opinion? Did you want the fritter in it, man? Go on then, yeah. Underneath the burger or on top? On top. On top, right, I'll do that in a minute. I've chopped up some salad. I'll have this one over it. I'm going to stick a bit of lettuce on the bottom. Bit of the old tomato. And I'm going to pop some cucumber on the side because I'm not ever stuck on warm cucumber. Maybe not hot lettuce. These are my melt in the middle burgers. Which one would you like?
Anyone you give me.
Anyone you give you. Which one?
Don't care.
Which one? I'll have to do that one. Look at that bit of cheese. Can you see it? Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. So I'll pop your one just there. Then I'll pop my one. Which one do I want? Oh, I'll pop
That's the biggest one.
I went for that one, whichever one that one is. I'm going to plonk that just there. Fritter on, yeah?
Yeah.
Which one do you want? This one?
Does that do?
Look at that for a pineapple fritter. So I've done pineapple fritters, like circles, and bites. So I'm going to have a circle, and we've got some little bites as well. Pop some of them on. Then we've got our homemade chips, which I'm going to stick a couple of them on as well. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you've got any ideas on what you want me to try and make, please do let me know and I'll try and have a go. And then a few more chips.
There's plenty for me.
And then like that. And we have got frardelles, but I might have some of them later. And I'm going to pop that on there like that. Look at that for an absolutely brilliant dinner. That is our dinner this evening. What is everybody else having? Please, please, please do let me know. I'm just going to quickly cut mine in half with you so you can... You okay?
Yeah.
So you can see it's melting in the middle. I just cut the burger. I just wanted to show you the mozzarella. So there's mozzarella inside, like a lump of mozzarella. And I made it melt in the middle. Look at all that cheese in there. I think that is absolutely brilliant. Like, that's my dinner. What is everybody else having?